of Health closely monitoring respiratory infections in China. Chinese Association congratulates MP Young. UNC MP condemns SOE regulations and Tobago man suffer serious burns. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Wednesday, 8th December 2025. Wednesday, 8th January 2025. To top story this evening, the Ministry of Health has issued a statement notifying the public that it is closely monitoring a rise in acute respiratory infections in China. Recent data from the Chinese Center for Disease Control, China CDC, for December 23rd to 29th, 2024, shows increased cases of seasonal influenza, HMPV, rhinovirus, and adenovirus. However, the overall scale of infections remains lower than the same period last year. The ministry confirmed that the Pan American Health Association, PAHO, and China CDC that no state of emergency has been declared in China. It said seasonal increases in respiratory illnesses are typical during winter in the Northern Hemisphere. As Trinidad and Tobago gears up for the carnival season, the ministry is urging vulnerable groups, including the elderly, pregnant women, and immunocompromised individuals, and those with chronic conditions to get the free influenza vaccine available at health centers nationwide. The ministry says it will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as needed. The Chinese Association of Trinidad and Tobago has congratulated Minister Stuart Young on being selected by the PNM to succeed Dr. Keith Rowley as Prime Minister. CAT President Colin Mitchell praised Young's service as MP for Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West, highlighting his unwavering dedication to his constituency and the nation. In a statement, the association commended Young's leadership at the national level, noting his commitment to the country's development. Mitchell lauded Young's extensive experience in national security, energy, and foreign affairs, highlighting its importance in navigating the nation's future challenges and opportunities. The association extended heartfelt congratulations to Young, recognizing his years of dedicated service in various key government roles. On January 6th, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley announced that Minister Stuart Young would succeed him ahead of the 2025 general elections. The announcement has sparked reactions from various sectors, with Deputy Chief Secretary Dr. Faith Brebner sharing her insights on our Good Morning Tobago program. Reporter Joshua Dan has the details.
Deputy Chief Secretary Dr. Faith Brebner is of the opinion that the decision to appoint Minister of Energy and Energy Affairs Stuart Young as the potential successor to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley could signal internal conflict within the PNM. She drew parallels to a similar situation within the People's National Movement Tobago Council, where internal divisions were also suspected.
So I think what is happening may be a repeat of what happened in Tobago recently, where there seems to be some kind of internal wranglings in a political organization in the PNM. And that is causing itself to bleed into the governance structure of the country in this case.
Shifts in political authority are not uncommon. Following the 2021 election, the Progressive Democratic Patriots assumed office in the Tobago House of Assembly. However, internal struggles within the party led to a split between Watson Duke and the rest of the team, ultimately resulting in the formation of the Tobago's People's Party. Dr. Brebner said the TPP did not allow internal conflict to impede effective governance.
As a matter of fact, one of the things that happened is that one individual just decided to pull himself out, and the rest of us who were the ones doing the work, who were the ones running the divisions, the chief secretary remained the chief secretary and so forth, that process stayed.
She noted that while she is unaware of the specifics of the internal situation within the PNM, such decisions can have far-reaching ripple effects on the country.
Again, I am not sure what is happening within the organization, but they need to be mindful that the decisions they make affect the rest of us. And that is what I am most concerned about, that they keep making decisions that seem to be based on their political wranglings internally.
Joshua Dan, Tobago Updates, Television News.
We take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
Join us this Thursday, January 9th, at 5 p.m. for a special year in review program. We'll recap the significant strides made by the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries, and Urban Development. Hear directly from Assemblyman Trevor James and Assemblyman Terrence Baines as they discuss the successes, challenges, and future plans for Tobago's infrastructure. Don't miss this opportunity to learn more about the transformation of Tobago's landscape. Tune in live on Tobago Updates Television.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Spring. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
Welcome back. Minister Stuart Young's path to becoming Prime Minister could face a roadblock in Parliament. Young was chosen by the PNM Parliamentary Caucus to succeed Dr. Keith Rowley, who is expected to step down as Prime Minister in the coming months. However, political analyst Dr. Winford James has warned that discontent within the PNM over this decision could jeopardize Young's succession. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
According to Section 76(1) of the Constitution, the Prime Minister must be chosen from the party that commands the majority support in Parliament. Political analyst Dr. Winford James has expressed doubt about whether Minister Stuart Young, selected to succeed Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, will secure that majority. Reports suggest that Young received 11 votes from the PNM Parliamentary Caucus, while Minister Penelope Beckles-Robinson garnered 9 votes.
It seems to me, given the noise I'm hearing, quiet so far, that the decision that was made at caucus is going to be challenged when Parliament is reconvened.
The Constitution also states that if no clear majority exists in Parliament, the President has a discretion to determine, using their best judgment, who is most likely to command the support of the majority of members in the House.
There is no allowance for a caucus, a vote at caucus, to be the basis for determining a new Prime Minister. And I don't know that the President can use her own discretion and say, I have determined, after I have done all my research and so on, I have determined that the next person is going to be, who will be Prime Minister, will be Mr. Young.
Dr. James noted that nothing prevents Dr. Rowley from calling an election now, allowing citizens to democratically choose their next Prime Minister.
We have been put to this difficulty and this almost an embarrassment for the PNM because Dr. Rowley does not want to call an election now.
If that were to happen, Dr. Rowley would need to arrange for the PNM to select a new political leader. This would also mean going against party policy by holding internal elections during a general election year.
Dr. Rowley prefers to go through the Parliament without any reference to the people. And I am sure there are people within the PNM who are quite unhappy at the turn of affairs.
Dr. James described this as an unprecedented situation for Trinidad and Tobago, setting the stage for an intriguing lead-up to the 2025 general elections. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
On December 30th, a state of emergency was declared in Trinidad and Tobago following a surge in gang violence. Critics, including Member of Parliament Saddam Hussein, argue that the regulations governing the SOE have already been outlined. During the UNC's first political meeting on Tuesday, Hussein strongly condemned Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, calling on him and the PNM-led government to address the escalating crime situation in the country more effectively. Reporter Joshua Dan explains.
And Keith Christopher Rowley is a maha hypocrite. He is one of the biggest hypocrites I know. In 2011, this man up and down Port of Spain telling the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, if I was the Prime Minister, I would never call a state of emergency to deal with crime. You know you call a state of emergency to deal with crime? A maha hypocrite. That is what Keith Rowley is.
That was Member of Parliament for Barataria San Juan, Saddam Hussein, as he delivered a fiery address at the UNC's political meeting on Tuesday, voicing concerns over the recently declared state of emergency. Hussein said the regulations governing the state of emergency are already outlined in existing laws. He pointed to Section 6 of the Firearms Act, which grants law enforcement officers the authority to arrest individuals found in possession of firearms, ammunition, or explosives, suggesting that such provisions render the emergency measures unnecessary.
If they charge you under the emergency powers regulation under the state of emergency, the fine is $100,000 and imprisonment for 5 years. You know, if you get charged under the Firearms Act, which is the existing law, the first offense is $500,000 and 15 years in prison. So you have an even harsher penalty under the existing law and a lesser penalty under the state of emergency law.
Hussein noted that existing laws already addressed arrest without warrants. Under the Anti-Gang Act of 2021, Section 16 allows detention beyond 24 hours with a judge's approval for up to 7 days. This renders the state of emergency regulation, which permits similar detention extensions, unnecessary.
So it's the same exact thing in the state of emergency is found in the existing law. Keith Rowley, you should tear up all them emergency regulations because they are already in existing law. You have done nothing new. You already have the laws. We gave you the support. Go out and fight crime.
Joshua Dan, Tobago Updates, Television News.
The Ministry of Education is reminding students who have completed their CAPE exams that the bursary application process is still open. The deadline to apply is February 28th. The National Bursary Agreement offers financial support to vulnerable students and those pursuing fields vital for national development. To qualify, applicants must be Trinidad and Tobago citizens who completed CAPE within 2 years, achieving at least 8 units with grades 1 or 2, including Caribbean and Communication Studies. Applicants must also provide proof of acceptance or enrollment at an accredited local or regional tertiary institution. The bursary covers a book allowance, a monthly maintenance stipend, and 100% gate funding for local studies. Medical students will receive a higher book allowance, while all scholars will be supported financially for their education. You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With Amplia TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with Amplia's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 gigabyte fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With Amplia, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. Amplia. Do more, live more.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Delta Distributors Christmas Special is here. Choose from our special meat packages at unbelievable prices. Perfect for your holiday feasts. Hurry! Limited stocks. Order now. 11 pounds chicken, 5 pounds pork, 5 pounds turkey, 1 picnic ham, 1 liter pear jacks, only $500. Order now at deltechdistributors.com. Call or WhatsApp 359-5040 or 237-0102. Only $20 delivery or come into our main road Argyle store.
Thanks for staying with us. So are you planning to light a fire outdoors? You will need a permit first. With the dry season underway, a ban is in place on all outdoor fires without proper authorization. TNT Fire Services Norris Phillips warns that anyone caught lighting a fire without a permit could face a hefty fine.
Based on the Agricultural Fires Act, Chapter 6302, on summary conviction, if you had been found guilty for lighting fires during that period, the fine would have since changed from $1,500 to $20,000 and 6 months imprisonment.
Permits can be obtained at fire service stations across the island at a fee of $10. Officer Norris Phillips explained that the significant increase in fines for lighting illegal fires is due to the widespread destruction, loss of life, and property damage caused by such fires. These fires also strain resources. In 2024, the fire service used over 1 million liters of water to fight fires. At the same time, their ability to respond to multiple fires simultaneously remains limited.
As manpower, as skilled as the firefighting crews per shift will be, we are still somewhat limited. That is one. Two, you have to look at the costs that this would incur. Not just because that you would have a certain amount of fires and you'd see the trucks moving back and forth during that period. Many persons may not know or understand what costs would be incurred.
Outdoor fires considered illegal without permits include burning garbage, agricultural fields, and even cookouts on beaches or near rivers.
You have the fact that we are a liming community, we are a liming country. So persons tend to like to have, let's say, a river lime. That especially is illegal because you are not supposed to have any type of burning done within quarter mile of any rainforest. And most times, if you are liming at a river, especially in Tobago, you are at a borderline or in the rainforest.
Officer Norris urges the public to follow the regulations and consult with the fire services before lighting a fire for any purpose. The ban will remain in effect until June 30th, 2025. Deshaun Melville, 41, of no fixed address, was severely burned after being seen ablaze on 3rd Street, Killigwin Bay Road, Bon Accord, earlier today. Bystanders urged him to extinguish the flames by jumping into a barrel of water before he was rushed to hospital. Melville is now being transferred to Mount Hope Hospital for further treatment, while Crown Point Police continue their investigations. Our weather report is up next. Stay with us.
Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Now for a look at the weather update from the TNT Met Office. Tonight's forecast is generally fair and cool despite the odd shower. Temperatures will drop to 24 degrees Celsius. For tomorrow, Predominantly hot and sunny despite the likelihood of 1 or 2 brief isolated showers. A mostly fair night is expected. Seas should be slight to moderate with waves near 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter, occasionally choppy in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 6:24 and sunset at 5:55. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of our headlines before we go. The Ministry of Health is closely monitoring respiratory infections in China. The Chinese Association congratulates MP Stuart Young. UNC MP condemns SOE regulations and a Tobago man suffers serious burns. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night.